Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast. I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2000 BC. The album, Dad AF. All right, let's get right into this video. Do y'all love my new fan? I just went to my P.O. box, and Amanda from Phoenix, she sent this to me. Look, it looks like a shiny disco ball. I live. Anyway, thank you, Amanda, so much. That was really, really sweet, and I needed a new fan. I think everybody knew that. The drama had beat my fan up. So what are we talking about today? Well, today we're talking about Gabriel Zamora. Hey, Gabby, how are you? No! Tachi, no. So many people are like, they want that as their phone ringtone, but I can't. It's his name, so you just do it yourself. No, Tachi, no. Okay, I started getting all of these tweets from people, right? And they were like, you have to make a video about Gabriel Zamora. You have to make a video about Gabriel Zamora. He's finally starting to sound off again. He did this Snapchat thing up there. And I was like, oh. I mean, we are all just settled down from Dramageddon 2019, and here he is. He's sounding off again. Well, I went and watched it. It's like, I recorded, I don't know, about 5-6 minutes of it. I got so bored after a while, okay? But I'm going to talk about that, and I'll break it down for you in a second, what he said in there. But before we get into this whole thing with Gabriel Zamora, let's break down who Gabriel Zamora is a little bit, okay? So, Gabriel Zamora is a beauty influencer. If you didn't know, he's not a beauty guru, he's a beauty influencer, okay? And he thinks he has 20 million subscribers, but he doesn't. Okay, he doesn't. I know. Maybe someday. But if you watch his Snapchats and you watch his videos, Gabriel thinks he has 20 million subscribers. But he doesn't. Okay, he just doesn't. We're just up in my kitchen talking. So if I was saying to my good Judy, she was like, who's Gabriel Zamora? I would say, Gabriel Zamora is kind of this cocky kid that thinks he has 20 million subscribers and he's super, super relevant, but he's not, and so he continues to insert himself into all kinds of drama. That's what I would say to my good Judy about Gabriel Zamora. But I'll be a little bit more fair to him on here. So Gabriel Zamora is this beauty influencer, you know, and when he started out, he was, I don't know, I would say a little bit more humble, a little bit more relatable. People really liked him, things like that. I know some people still really do like him, like who you like. Hey, listen, everybody has a right to their opinion over here. We can like different folk, and that doesn't mean that we have to not get along, right? Okay. But Gabriel, in the last, I would say 2 years, has gotten rather arrogant, okay? Like, everything I watch of him, whether it's a video or whether it's a Snapchat or no matter what it is, even if it's just like a picture on Instagram, it is just seething in like arrogance and cockiness. Now, we want to really fault some of these other beauty influencers like James Charles for this without kind of paying attention to others that are up and coming that are doing the same thing. And it's just like everything I watch of his, like everything of Gabriel's that I watch just is, like I said, seething in this arrogance, right? It's like, let me tell you, oh, I was right, wasn't I? I was right. I mean, it's just, it's too much, okay? It's just absolutely too much. And, like, I don't hate him, I don't dislike him, but when we want to talk about arrogance checking people, Gabriel, you need to be arrogance checked a little bit, okay? You don't always have to tell everybody that you're right. You just don't, okay? And that was the purpose of the Snapchat that he put up today, which we're going to talk about in a second. I'm going to show you guys a clip from that. So anyway, let's do a little history lesson up here in drama class, boys and girls. Now, last August, Gabriel Zamora was on a brand trip with Manny MUA, Laura Lee, and Nikita Dragun. And they recreated the Kardashian picture where they're all, you know, flipping off the camera. But everybody thought that it was about Jeffree Star. And they said something, I can't remember what the caption is. I am not reliving that much of it, okay? But basically inferring that they didn't need Jeffree Star, that they were living their best life and all this kind of stuff. This started Dramageddon 1.0, 2018, y'all remember? And then as a result of that, it tore these people apart, on and on and on. Okay, flash forward, it's been 10 months. Gabriel Zamora does a review of Jeffree Star's concealers. Wait, what? Who? Gabriel Zamora, who is now, good Judy's, supposedly with Jeffree Star, I don't think so, that he hated in August. It hasn't even been a year yet, you guys, okay? That he took, and who was the one that posted the picture? That started the beginning of all these people ruining their careers? Don't forget Gabriel Zamora, okay? Yet again, inserting himself in the middle of starting some stuff and all this kind of stuff, right? Okay, So then Gabriel came out, if y'all don't remember, and did this kind of like tell-all video and basically said, man, he's the worst friend in the entire world, yada, yada, yada. I mean, he sided with where he knew the power was going to be. So then him and Jeffree Star are good Judies. Then Jeffree Star puts him up in this campaign, okay, for his concealers. And then, what's his face? Gabriel does a review of these concealers. Now, I don't know how you're part of a campaign and then you also do a review. I'm just going to say, okay? Like, that's just my 2 cents about it as a person on the outside looking in. And y'all, like you said, like, I'm sure it's the most honest, unbiased review in the entire world, okay? I'm sure it is. But that's like Cindy Crawford back in the day doing a review of Pepsi over Coke. And if you're as old as me, you know what I'm talking about. She did Pepsi ads, right? So how is she supposed to be unbiased towards a campaign that she's in? No, Tati, no. No, Tati, no, okay? This is all about money, you guys. This whole industry is all about money and power, and it just makes me really, really sad. And I feel like these people just get lost in the middle of all this, right? Okay, so then he does this campaign with Jeffree Star. Then the whole James Charles thing happens, James and Tati, and then Jeffree Star puts himself in the middle of it. And who else puts himself in the middle of it? Gabriel Zamora, okay? So Gabriel Zamora comes out and he does this Snapchat story, and I did a whole video about it, and he's like, no, Tati, no, no, Tati, no, and all this kind of stuff, and you were in the kitchen too, Tati, and you know what was said. Here's the thing, in that Snapchat, he alludes to some things, but he doesn't really go past talking in the kitchen about what the truth was, okay? He doesn't go into any depth about all of these accusations that have happened. Okay. So he and Nikita and James go to Kylie Jenner's party. They're now good Judies. If we haven't learned one thing from Dramageddon 1 and Dramageddon 2, what we have learned is that Gabriel Zamora is the flip-flopper of the world, okay? He's an opportunist. He goes where he thinks he should go with the right thing, right? I don't understand it whatsoever. It's going to be the end of his career. So he's doing all this kind of stuff. Now he's apparently friends with James Charles. He wants to come out and he wants to say, hey, listen, I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to, tell on James Charles. Okay, good. I applaud that. I applaud you standing by your good Judy, okay? Against the person that just put you in the campaign. I am so confused by all of this, okay? At the end of the day, my question would be to Gabriel, where does your alliance lay? Like, in all honesty? Or are you just 100% all the time? Because you also have to remember that you're running a business. Oh, by the way, in his Snapchat that he just put out, the first 2 minutes are him addressing how right he was about everything. And the last, I would say, 5 minutes are talking about how excited he is about coming up with creative content, which translated, if you watch the Snapchat, creative content is all of his sponsored videos that he has coming up, and he pumps them out. And I don't have anything, listen, I don't have nothing wrong with somebody doing a sponsored video all day long, okay? I think that's great. But to act like that's your creative content, I'm very confused about. Okay, so now he put out this Snapchat today. Now, Gabriel has been silent since all this has gone down recently, right? Even though he goes in and he talks about how many views he got in this video that he did. The first video, oh, I forgot that part too. He did a video and he came out and he addressed the Tati, and that was what started all this kind of stuff, and why Tati in her video addressed Gabriel's more. It's just a big mess, right? It's just a big, do any of you trust any of these people anymore? I don't, okay? Including Gabriel. So here, let's watch a little bit of a Snapchat story. You ready? Roll it.
Hi everyone! How are you everyone? Coffee time everyone! Hi everyone! Y'all keep saying y'all miss my FaceTimes. Well, I'm back. I just have to be a little bit more mindful as to what I say, because based on recent events, too many people are watching my Snapchat right now. Okay, so we gotta like filter out the people that are into just certain things. Because last time y'all saw me on Snapchat, I was not popping off, but just debunking some lies that were on the internet. Did I lie? So I was like, damn, like, I really want to do like more FaceTime coffee times, but like, people just keep getting real offended over opinions and facts. But for like a quick second, I was like, damn, like, maybe you shouldn't be snapping as much anymore. Maybe you shouldn't be really talking and saying things. But then I'm like, I don't give a fuck. If you're offended by what I say, then don't follow me. People were so offended. Oh my God, my video, you guys. Before everything, my makeup and opinions video had like maybe like 130,000 views. That's why I was like, I started something with 130,000. Okay. And then it got up to like 900,000. I think it has like 97,000 thumbs down. But then all of a sudden people are flipping the switch of like, oh my God, Gabriel was right. And I'm like, oh, people flip the switch real quick. Cool. Those aren't the people I give a fuck about. It's the people who actually genuinely know who I am, my character, and the person that I am, that I care to have these conversations with. Like that whole issue, dead. Dead, right? Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about it. Dead, right? I just hope y'all learned from seeing what happened, right? So I'm back to regularly scheduled programming because did I lie? Petty boots the house down. I will always be, like, just don't come for me. Don't lie on me. And just don't come for my friends and lie on them. I think that's all we had to learn from that situation. But yeah, I'm back to regular scheduled programming.
Who'd care? Okay, so Gabriel, you were right. You stood by your good friend. But here's the thing. He kept on saying in the thing, he said it like 2 or 3 times. I don't know if I showed all of it because I'm just going to show a very short clip because it's boring. It's just him sitting there. Listen, it's boring to me. But if you like Gabriel Zamora, it probably isn't boring to you. You probably live for him and you're like, oh my God, he's sitting there talking to us, acting like we're having a real conversation. Okay, yeah, it's cute, whatever. But you know, like the thing is that he kept on talking about that he was right, okay? He was right. Well, what were you right about? Did you come out and, I mean, nobody has really to this day come out and really said exactly what happened. And what's so interesting to me, and I'll say this in every video that I do if I talk about these people going forward, okay, is that it has been now, what, 3-4 weeks since this has all started, popped off, and ended, and there have been all these huge allegations out there, and we, the audience, we the people, seriously, we the people, judge and jury, we are the ones that are supposed to, we're just told, forget it, just wipe it underneath the carpet, move on, forget that it ever happened, move on, nope, none of these allegations happened, whatever. So, to Gabriel Zamora, if you're keeping it 100% and you really are a good friend of James Charles, come out and address all of the issues. Come out, if you're really 100%, come out and talk about all of it. Why not just say in a video, you know I'm right, in a Snapchat story, not even a video, but whatever. But quite frankly, between you and I, he needs to decide if he's a drama channel or if he's a beauty influencer. He doesn't need to come out with another video and be talking about all this kind of stuff and answering, I don't know. It's just, I'm so confused by all of it, right? But the thing is, to me, is if I were Gabriel, and apparently it's working for him, apparently he's just gaining, I haven't looked, I guess I should probably look on his social blade, but apparently it's just working for him like crazy, and he's just growing left and right, and he's getting, you know, I don't know, sponsorships and all this kind of stuff. Now, I will say this, that, you know, in retrospect, like, apparently a lot of what he said might have been true, but Toddy and Jeffree Star aren't speaking out. I believe, personally, in my opinion, allegedly, it's because there are some kind of legal contract back there. So, we don't really know to this day what's really going on. Now, Gabriel's probably gaining subscribers because people are like, oh, Gabriel was right. This is literally how it happens in the beauty influencer community. It's like this. Can we just find some non-problematic beauty influencers for a while? Yeah, he's gaining subscribers back, but not like by multitudes. He's still negative 52,000 for the last 28 days. He is gained 52 yesterday, 15 the day before, 134 the day before that, and 198 before that. He has 859,000 subscribers. So I think for him, like, to play relevance a little bit, which 859,000 subscribers is no joke. Let me just make that very, very clear. But I think at the same time, like, for him to stay relevant to some degree, he has to be in the drama with all of these bigger, because otherwise, who's going to be sitting there? If he's sitting there and he's doing, like, I don't know, a tutorial of, you know, a smoky eye or a gold eyeshadow look for the New Year's or whatever, who'd care, right? Unless he just stopped integrating himself, you know, and putting himself, integrating, what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. Putting himself in the middle of all this drama, and he just started doing makeup. All these people keep on coming up and saying, creative, he refers to himself as a creative in this industry. What a bunch of, that is some bogus, a creative? Do you put that on the top of your Instagram story instead of model? Do you put creative? What is that? Okay, a creative is when you come up with original ideas, not when you do everybody else's ideas. I'm just saying, okay? But I don't know what a creative is. I have seen some creative beauty influencers out there that truly could own that title, and many of them, the one thing that baffles me, honest to God, by having watched this for 2 years, okay, is the people that we are all obsessed with, the people that we watch that have millions and millions of subscribers are never the ones to come up with the original creative ideas. It is always smaller influencers, and I don't really care if they credit those people or not. Yes, I think it's nice. I think it's the right thing to do. It should always happen. But why are these people that we look up to so much, that these smaller creators wish they had their platform, why aren't y'all the ones that are coming up with these creative ideas? If you're the ones that we should be watching, if you're the trendsetters, if you're the ones at the top of the game, why aren't you the ones coming up with all the original ideas? It just isn't happening, okay? Now, Nikki Tutorials, every once in a while, I'll give her props. She does come up with some ideas that I'm like, hey, girl, okay? And I like that she sticks to doing tutorials over there. I mean, I don't know what she would do if she changed her last name to Nikki Sponsorships, or Nikki Non-Disclosure Sponsorships, or Nikki Reviews, or because she'd have to get rid of her main name Tutorials, I guess. But anyway, I mean, why are we looking up to these people that they're not even the ones coming up with these? They're not sitting around their house thinking to themselves, what is the next really creative makeup look I can do? No, they're not, okay? In all reality, if you guys want to be 100% about this, other than the people that are coming out with makeup and they're running their own companies, okay? Other than that, which are very, very few, you know, or they're doing brand sponsorships, you know, with like Jaclyn Hill and Jeffree Star and some of these people, Manny now and Sephora. Other than a few of them, they're still not coming up with super creative looks. They're sitting around their house thinking about the next Birkin they can take, or the next trip they can, you know, or the next Birkin they can buy, or the next trip they can take. I need to slow down. The next Birkin they're gonna buy, or the next trip they're gonna take, right? They're not coming up with new creative ideas, trying to figure out, well, what's a new creative look that I can get that can inspire anybody? But isn't that why we all got invested in you to begin with? Because your love of makeup? And they don't have to come up with super creative looks. I don't really even care. My friends that love Jaclyn Hill, they always tell me that the reason that they love Jaclyn Hill is because she does such fantastic tutorials and she's so relatable. Well, she don't post videos no more unless it has to do with her own makeup. Like, this whole beauty industry is like, we're not really looking at it about what it's about. It's not, the worst of it doesn't happen with Gabriel Zamora getting on a Snapchat. He's the least of the problems, you know? The problem is these people that we've idolized for so long now just use us as a money train, and we're okay with it, and we go along with that instead of building up new people. And you have to remember, these people wouldn't have gotten where they're at if they hadn't been built up. So we need to start doing that. And I think that going forward, we need to start shouting out some, you know, smaller creators and things like that. And there's a lot of smaller creators that I look at and I love there's like a guy on Instagram, and then I watched a couple of his YouTube videos. His name's Bearded Beautiful, I think. I'll link his channel below. And I love his whole like kind of thing. He's like, if you go back and you watch his first Insta story, he says something on there, Bearded and Beautiful, I think is his channel name. And he goes in there and he says something to the effect of, you know, like 2019 is a year, the beautiful beard, or something like that. And he does like makeup looks, and he lists every product that he uses underneath there, and on and on and on. And it's just real genuine, and it's just real authentic, and I love it. And you know, there are so many people out there that we can like start talking about on a regular basis. You guys gave me so many names, so I'm gonna go check those out, and I'm gonna start linking those below. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about all this. You ready for Gabriel just to shut up? Zip. Gabriel, listen, okay? Glamour shot. The dog jumped down and hit the ring light. I should just leave that in there every time it happens, because it happens so often. But anyway, Gabriel, let me give you a little piece of advice, okay? You didn't have to get on here and tell the world that you were right, okay? Many people already believe that anyway, but we still don't know the truth at the end of the day. If you want to keep street credit and you want to, you know, build your brand, get on there, talk to your people, just drink a cup of coffee. I don't think you even need to do it just once a week. I think you could do it every other day or every day. Sit down for 5 minutes on your Snapchat and be like, hey, you guys, we're just going to talk. Maybe I should do it. I'm so tired of giving away my best ideas. Maybe from now on, I'm going to get on my Instagram stories every morning, and I'm going to call them Coffee Talks. So come over and visit my Coffee Talks. But anyway, I think that we need to start, you know, this is why I don't edit. Okay. Or this is why I've been editing, I guess I should say. I'm leaving it in there at this point. I don't really care. I've stopped this video so many times for all of the mistakes that happen. So anyway, I'm probably holding the mug in one hand and you break it, and then I'm not holding the mug. Listen, okay? we need to stop giving the power to these people that don't deserve it, okay? They aren't putting out any creative content. They aren't inspiring us. They aren't inspiring and motivating us with their behaviors. They're not good role models, and it's time for us to build up other people. We can still buy their products. We can still watch their videos, but why, instead of just 5 or 6, is there not room for 30? Is there not room for 50? I mean, seriously, is there not room for 100 top beauty influencers out there and some new people that we haven't heard of? There are people out there that are, listen, have worked very, very hard for years and years and years and are stuck at, 80,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, 120,000 subscribers. So like I say in all my videos that I do like this, put who you think deserves to be the next up-and-coming beauty influencer in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you in my, ooh, that was winded. Whew, so many mistakes. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.